The top 10 most expensive robots in the world. Welcome to alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Welcome, Aluxers, to another captivating original video brought to you by alux.com. Today we're looking at the exciting field of robotics, more specifically, about the most expensive and advanced robots available in the world today. Most people know that a robot is a machine that is capable of carrying out a complex series of actions automatically. The name robot comes from the Czech word robota, which means drudgery. Mechanical engineers have been attempting to create self-operating machines since the times of ancient Greece and ancient China, but the first modern robot was introduced in 1928. While shows like The Jetsons in the 1960s predicted that robots would be a common part of life for humans in the 21st century, the reality is that most robots are very expensive, and only millionaires and billionaires can afford the most advanced models. Many robots are created for industrial or military purposes, but others are created as personal helpers or companions that can be able to help with daily tasks such as folding towels, retrieving a beverage from the fridge, and mowing the lawn. One example of a robot is a Roomba, which millions of people use to vacuum their floors, but the ones we're talking about today are much more advanced and much more expensive than the common Roomba. Why are most robots so incredibly expensive? There are several reasons, one being the limited production number of most robots. The cost has to cover not only the materials, but all of the manpower and thousands of hours of work that go into creating each model. However, even if you take away these costs, the price would remain quite high because of all the materials involved. Most robots have multiple motors, sensors, battery packs, gearboxes, computing elements, and other custom mechanics. Research and development is also quite costly as new capabilities are being developed and new programming has to be created. Billionaires are all about working smarter, not harder. Robots can enable them to get more done in less time and with less effort, and also they are just really captivating to be around. With more and more investments being made into the field of artificial intelligence, we can expect robots to become a more common part of daily life, but you can be sure that the billionaires will be the first ones to get their hands on the best of them. If you're new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at Alux. Let's take a closer look at these fascinating machines with the top 10 most expensive robots in the world. Number 10. Robothespian Humanoid Robot. Price, $93,000. Robothespian is advertised as being the ultimate acting humanoid designed for interaction in a public environment. It is known for many expressions, and it's the first commercial robot that behaves like a person. This robot was created by the British company Engineered Arts. It's able to make eye contact, perform songs, interact with humans, and even guess your age. The robots are primarily purchased by museums, universities, and companies to communicate with guests and entertain at exhibits, trade shows, and events. It can be purchased for around $93,000. Number 9. Xenex. Price, $125,000. Xenex is a robot that has been specifically designed to disinfect an area, most typically a hospital room. The robot uses UV rays to completely disinfect areas, minimizing the possibility of deadly hospital-acquired infections. The U.S. Center of Disease Control found that 75% of deaths per year occurred as a result of these types of infections, so this is a major deal. This saves lives while also potentially saving hospitals and other companies millions of dollars in lawsuits and other costs that are incurred when infections are spread. It is currently being used in over 400 hospitals in the United States and costs $125,000 for the top-level UV system, a perfect option for germophobic billionaires. Number 8. iCub. Price, $266,000. The iCub is a humanoid robot that was designed by the Robot Cub Consortium of several European universities. It was built by the Italian Institute of Technology and was designed to learn how to behave by interacting with its environment and humans. Its name is an acronym for Cognitive Universal Body. It is only 1 meter high to simulate a 3.5-year-old child and is meant to interact with the world in the same way a child does. It is capable of crawling while avoiding objects, solving complex 3D mazes, grasping small objects, making various facial expressions, and interacting with its environment and humans. There are about 30 iCubs in the world, and they each cost about $266,000. Number 7. PR2 Robot System. Price, $280,000. The PR2 robot system was introduced by California Robotics Research Lab Willow Garage in 2010. The PR2 robot features 2 gripping arms, an omnidirectional mobile base, 48 gigabytes of RAM, and the open-source Robot Operating System framework. The PR stands for Personal Robot, and it's of a size similar to a human. Willow Garage held a graduation party in 2010 where the first 11 PR2s were introduced and some robots danced with humans while gripping their hands. The robot is being programmed to do some increasingly technical applications like opening doors and folding towels. It is available for sale at a cost of $280,000. Number 6. The HRP-4. Price, $300,000. The HRP-4 is a part of the Humanoid Robotics Project sponsored by Japan's Ministry of Economy, Trade, and Industry. The HRP-4 was designed to be a worker drone with 34 moving joints, with arms that can hold about 1 pound each. It is 5 feet tall and is capable of standing on one leg, gripping, face tracking, using tools, pouring drinks, and other simple tasks. It can be purchased for around $300,000. Number 5. Hubo 2. Price, $400,000. The Hubo 2 was developed at the Humanoid Robot Research Center at the Korea Advanced Institute of Science and Technology. The original Hubo was built in 2004 and was one of the first full-body humanoid robots developed outside of Japan. The second version is lighter, faster, and more advanced. It has more than 40 motors and dozens of sensors. It can handle any object that fits in the palm of its hand, and its wrists rotate in a natural way. It can also walk, run, and dance, and it can be purchased for about $400,000. Many of these robots are used in an industrial setting. Speaking of which, you might want to click on the top right corner to check out our video of 15 jobs that will disappear in 15 years to see which jobs robots will be taking over. Number 4. Kuratas. Price, $1.3 million. The Kuratas is a rideable robot that can be operated by the user. It was built by the Japanese company Suidobashi Heavy Industry in 2012. It was designed by artist Kogoro Kutata, who said, "When I was a kid, I thought there was going to be giant robots in the future, but no matter how long I waited, people were only able to make small robots." Kutata said he didn't want to wait any longer and decided to make one himself. The operator sits in a seat in the body of the robot, or it can be controlled remotely. It can pick up objects and can be equipped with accessories like a BB rotary cannon or a launcher that can fire water bottles. It currently can't walk, but instead it drives on 4 wheels. It also has a price tag of $1.3 million. Number 3. Atlas. Price, $2 million. Atlas is advertised as the world's most dynamic humanoid robot. It was primarily developed by the American robotics company Boston Dynamics and was introduced in 2013. A new generation of Atlas debuted in 2016. The latest version can operate both outdoors and inside buildings. It can walk over a wide range of terrain, even snow. LiDAR sensors help it to avoid obstacles, assess the terrain, navigate, and manipulate objects. It can even jump, turn 180 degrees, and do a backflip. It also costs $2 million. Number 2. Valkyrie. Price, $2 million. Valkyrie is a humanoid robot that was designed by NASA to operate in dangerous environments, like exploring other planets or performing external repairs to international space stations. The robot takes command from humans and performs certain tasks like twisting and turning valves. The robot is capable of analyzing its environment through lasers that are emitted from its head and sonar that comes from the abdomen area, and it also has more than 200 individual sensors. The first model cost $7.6 million to build, but the most recent model cost $2 million. Number 1. Asimo. Price, $2.5 million. This is it. The most expensive robot in the world is the Asimo humanoid robot that can be purchased for a minimum of $2.5 million. It was created as a part of Honda's research and development robotics program. The Asimo can operate in crowded places like shopping malls, train stations, or museums. It can adapt to its environment, walk on any terrain, dance, and also run at a speed of 9 kilometers an hour. It's the only humanoid robot capable of climbing and descending stairs independently. It can also make a limited number of gestures by reading a user's brainwaves. It can be purchased for $2.5 million or leased for about $150,000 a month. There you have it, Aluxers, the top 10 most expensive robots in the world. These robots can do incredible things, but can only be afforded by those with very deep pockets. As technology improves, robots are only going to get more advanced and will become even more in demand by those who can afford them. As a future billionaire, do you see yourself purchasing a robot for your own use one day? Let us know what you think in the comments. And thanks for sticking around. Here's a bonus fact just for you. The world's first autonomous humanoid robot was a 7-foot-tall robot named Electro, and it debuted in 1939. It was built by Westinghouse Electric Corporation in Ohio. It could walk by voice command, speak about 700 words, smoke cigarettes, blow up balloons, and move its arms and head. Thank you for spending some time with us, Aluxers. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpicked these videos, which we recommend you watch next. Thank you for being an Aluxer, and we'll see you back tomorrow.